My name is Maram. I'm part of the technical team here at the Global Researchers Club, and I'll just be quickly introducing the Global Researcher Club, and then I'll be introducing our doctor for today's workshop. So, just quickly, the GRC was originally founded by Dr. Rami Ghazi and Dr. Asim, and it is an international research association. What we do is that we collaborate with researchers worldwide, specifically in the field of global public health, and we try to tackle all the public health challenges and to make a safer and healthier world. So the GRC has published more than 35 papers in peer-reviewed prestigious journals about different fields in the world of public health and other fields such as COVID-19 and so on. We also have a lot of workshops and educational material as part of our GRC's classroom. All members have access to all of the monthly modules and the workshops that are available. Um, all of our content is basically looked over or supervised by our amazing and esteemed scientific committee, which is formed of a lot of very amazing doctors who have a lot of experience in the field of research and public health. And if you're a member of the GRC, you'll be able to join a network of so many doctors, so many different healthcare workers who are from all over the world. You'll be able to participate with them in research, in educational programs, in discussions, and to basically be able to collaborate to create an amazing new form of doctors in the future. And you also get access to mentorship and guidance, and that would allow you to also um, improve yourself in so many different aspects, including research as well as ability to write blogs and become an author in our website. I really hope you guys enjoy the workshop. You guys can check out our website if you want to know more. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our host for today, Dr. Ashraf AlamEldin. He has a master's in pharmacology and a diploma in clinical pharmacy from the Egypt Clinical Scholar Research Training and for Harvard Medical School. He is also in the Alexandria Clinic Research Administration of the Ministry of HP in Egypt. And he is here today to give you guys a workshop on AI in clinical research. Please introduce and wait for him to start this amazing workshop, and hopefully you guys can be future members of the Global Researchers Club.
Thank you, Maram, for this introduction. I am going to share my screen right now. Are you seeing my screen, the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, Dr. Ashraf.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Ashraf, and I am honored to be hosting this session tonight. I will be delivering a presentation titled Artificial Intelligence in Clinical Research, Empowering Research and Redefining Possibilities. But before we dive in, I must express my deepest gratitude for the panel member of the GRC, especially Dr. Rami Ghazi, Dr. Asim, and Dr. May Hussein, who have given me the opportunity to stand before you tonight. In this presentation, we are about to explore some concepts that might be new for many of us. The world of computers, programming, and software might seem bizarre and alien to the majority. However, we will discuss these ideas in a way that resonates with our background as clinical researchers. So I will simplify everything. As Albert Einstein once said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it enough. So I will introduce this concept using the simplest examples available, such as fruits and animals, okay, to demystify any complex terms. So let's go to the intended learning objectives of today's session. I will cover the definitions of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Then we will delve into large language models such as ChatGPT and PharmD. And we will cover artificial intelligence research tools. Then we will wrap up with key messages. Before we proceed, Let's take a trip back in time to 2019, specifically at the Artificial Intelligence Conference in Shanghai, China. At this conference, we witnessed a debate between Mr. Elon Musk and Mr. Jack Ma. And for those who don't know Mr. Jack Ma, he is the owner of Alibaba, a major competitor of Amazon. Mr. Jack Ma expressed optimism, stating that computers may be clever, but humans are much smarter. He believes that computers will always remain under human control and will not replace us at the workplace or pose a threat to humanity as we usually see in Hollywood movies such as Terminator and other dystopian movies. On the other hand, Mr. Elon Musk, who is known for his strong stance, believes that AI is more dangerous than nuclear weapons. He insists that we should be very cautious when developing artificial intelligence tools. So between these two perspectives, I want you to consider a crucial question. But before I pose this question to you, let me share with you two examples. This beautiful watercolor painting you see is not a work of a human artist, but it's entirely generated by an AI software called DALL-E from a company called OpenAI. I just described what I want the AI to draw, and the AI generated it within seconds. This raises questions about the ethics and the fair competition rules when using AI in art and drawing. Another example of AI in a breakthrough published in the Springer Nature Journal. An AI tool managed to design a protein from scratch using a tool called RF diffusion. This protein successfully binds to the parathyroid hormone, demonstrating the artificial intelligence advanced capabilities in protein modeling domain. So AI now is contributing to the art domain and in the biology domain. Now, let me pose the question to you. Do you think artificial intelligence will replace your job someday? Please hold your answer for now. I will ask this question again at the end of the lecture to see if your perspective has changed. But for now, let's begin our exploration by defining some fundamentals. You may have heard of data science. What is data science? It's the science that involves a combination of skills in statistics, mathematics, programming to analyze and interpret complex data sets. What about basic programming? Basic programming refers to the fundamental skills involved in writing computer programs. This includes understanding variables, control structures, basic algorithms. And here comes a big guy, artificial intelligence. It's a broad field of computer science that focuses on creating systems capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. This is the definition of artificial intelligence. These tasks include various things like learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, and language understanding. Machine learning. It's a subset of AI that involves the development of algorithms and statistical models that enable computers to improve their performance on specific tasks through experience and learning. And finally, we have the deep learning concept, which is a subset of machine learning that involves the utilization of what we call artificial neural networks. Well, I know these definitions might seem very complex, but don't worry, we will break them down later in our presentation. What I want you to know is that these definitions might seem distinctive, but they are interlinked together. Data science often involves a use of basic programming and AI technologies, where machine learning, including deep learning, is a crucial component of AI itself. These relationships between these concepts highlight their interconnected nature in addressing complex problems in the field of computer science. Collectively, these terms can be referred to as computational intelligence because the term computational intelligence encompasses lots of things: computational methods, algorithms, models, solving problems, and enabling intelligent behavior of the machines. And to clarify the concept we are talked about here, let's imagine that we are making a computer software. Consider developing a software designed only to recognize and categorize different types of fruits. We are going to take the fruits example, the easiest example ever. And we will explore how this software we have just designed would work in two versions, a basic program version and an AI model. So let's start by seeing the basic program version. So in basic program version, we give specific step-by-step instructions for each fruit. For example, for this red apple, we might say that it's round in shape and its color is red. So when the program sees any fruit around and red, it will recognize it as an apple. But what if we show it a green apple instead of this red apple? The basic program gets confused because it doesn't know about the green color. It only knows about red apples. To fix this, we need to add a new set of instructions for recognizing the green apple. Once we add color green, the software now can identify and recognize green apples. The same issue arises when we replace this green apple with a yellow one. Now you got it. Unless we add or include clear instruction for identifying the yellow color, the basic program won't recognize it. So in simple terms, the basic program can only identify objects or tasks if we specifically tell it how to do it. It's like giving the program a manual for each fruit and for each task. Now let's see how the AI will deal with these limitations. In artificial intelligence version of our program, instead of giving the program detailed instructions as we did with basic programming, we will use a grid of possibilities and a prediction algorithm. This will help the AI easily to recognize all kinds of fruits without needing specific instructions. It's like a bit how our brain works, making smart guesses and finding similarities between things. So the AI will recognize the apple, the strawberry, and the mango easily because it makes some relationship and guesses like a human brain. So the big question is, how does an AI manage to act like a human brain? Well, because we taught the software how to do it. We trained the machine to understand and predict things. And this is what we call machine learning. So machine learning has three types: the supervised machine learning, the unsupervised machine learning, and the reinforcement model. In the supervised model, we will give the AI a list of all the fruits we know, and we will label them with their names and features. This will help the AI to learn and figure out the true relationships between different types of fruits. So when we show it a new fruit, it will examine it and it will examine the logical patterns it learned from its database. And it will correctly identify the fruit based on those algorithms. In the next model of machine learning, which is the unsupervised model, we will stick with the same database. But this time, we don't label the fruits. This will challenge the AI to develop more profound logical interpretation skills. So when we present a new fruit to it, the AI examines it based on logical features and accurately identifies the fruit through logical reasoning. This approach is more advanced technique in machine learning compared to the supervised model. And finally, we have the reinforcement model. And the reinforcement model, it's like a bit a game in machine learning that relies on feedback. So if the AI correctly identifies a fruit, we will praise it with "well done, you nailed it, bravo." On the other hand, if it makes a mistake, we will let it know, and we will provide the correct answer. This process helps the AI to enhance its perception and logical thinking through our feedback. And this particular type of machine learning is commonly applied in various aspects of our daily lives. The reinforcement model find application in everything, like in social media. You might have heard people saying, Facebook is reading my mind. It knows what I'm thinking of. In reality, it's not reading your mind. It's just the AI is simply watching your behavior. So if you like a specific type of posts, it will show you more of it. It goes beyond even likes. It also takes notes of how long you spend scrolling through posts, figuring out your interest based on the time you invest in reading a particular post and skipping others. Similar process will occur on online shopping platforms such as Alibaba, such as Amazon, Etsy, whatever, you name it. The AI will observe your behavior, understand your preferences by tracking items that you frequently search for and the items that you frequently purchase. Using this information, it compiles a list of product suggestions tailored specifically to your needs. In a similar way, AI suggests some videos for you and movies on Netflix. By observing what you like, it looks at what you enjoy and recommend more things that you like. You can see this pattern of machine learning in a more advanced examples, such as Tesla self-driving car, for example. The autopilot AI learns on the go. It figures out when to speed up the car, when to slow down, when to stop, when to steer the steering wheel, based on obstacles on the road and how other cars are behaving nearby. Furthermore, AI can be very advanced. In this robot created by Boston Dynamics, we witness one of the most advanced machine learning models ever. This is the Atlas robot. It learns actively how to walk, how to jump, and how to maintain its balance. It's a very impressive demonstration of human engineering and machine learning. Now we have covered the basics of data science and the basic programming, AI, and machine learning. Let's explore deep learning, which is like the crown jewel of computational intelligence. So, deep learning is a subfield of machine learning that focuses on the development and application of artificial neural networks. Neural networks in particular are computational models inspired by the structure and function of the human brain. Think of them as an imitation of nerve cells in human. Instead of the cell dendrites, we have inputs. The cell body becomes the artificial neuron, the action potential turning into activation function, and the synapse transforming into the output. And to grasp the essence of deep learning, we have to offer another easy example. This time, I want you to consider 3 children. Let's name them Sam, Tom, and John. They have only one task. The task is very straightforward. The task is to identify any animal and simply inform us whether it's a cat or not. We are not asking them to name the animal. Their role only to determine if this unknown animal a cat or not. A very simple task. To do so, each child is assigned with a specific feature in the cat's anatomy to study and compare with the same feature in the unknown animal they will encounter. So Sam will examine the eyes, Tom will examine the nose, and John will examine the ears. They independently analyze their assigned features and report their conclusions with Amanda. This girl will gather their reports to formulate the final decision. And this final decision and her judgment is expressed on a numerical scale, where 0 indicates it's definitely not a cat, 0.5 suggests it might be a cat, and 1 signifies that it's certainly a cat. So it seems very easy, okay? Now let's put these kids into tests. Imagine we have an unknown animal. This is our unknown animal, okay? We don't know it. And we are not interested in its name. We simply want to know whether it's a cat or not. It's a very basic example, okay? So each child will do his duty. each child will compare a specific feature of the unknown animal with their previously studied cat anatomy. Sam will examine the animal's eye. Tom will look at the nose, and John focuses on the ears. Using the same numerical scale we talked about, the 0, 0.5, and 1, each child will give a score. Okay? So Sam will assign a score of 0.23 to the animal's eye. Tom will give a score of 0.2 to the nose, and John will give a score of 0 to the ears. They then report their judgment to Amanda to make her final decision. Amanda herself has her own equation, determining that the animal's face comprises 20% eyes, 50% of nose, and 30% of ears. She assumed this equation, okay? Then Amanda will multiply each percentage by the corresponding numerical score reported by the kids. And the final result will be 0.106, which falls on the numerical scoring system, indicating a value that is close to 0, suggesting that, and according to their analysis, the animal is definitely not a cat. It's very simple as that. And now we have to think of one possibility. What if any of these kids made a mistake in their judgment? Of course, any error on their part could impact the final decision taken by Amanda. And to address that, we need additional layers of decision makers. So we will introduce another 3 kids who will assess different physical features of the unknown animal, comparing this feature to the previously studied cat anatomy, just like the previous 3 kids. They will report their scores to another girl who is like Amanda, has her own equation. Then the girl and Amanda together will share their final decision with another girl who makes the final call using the same numerical scoring system. You got it now. The more layers of decision makers we add, the more confident we can be in our results. Okay? And this is, my friend, is the neural network. Each kid serves as a digital neuron. The boys represent the input layer, Amanda and the girls are the hidden layer, and the final decision is the output layer. So every time you come across the term neural network, please think about the kids and the cattail, and you heard it first at the GRC session today. So this neural network, our example of the neural network, we can describe it. It's a 3-layer neural network that consists of 10 neurons. Okay, this 10 neurons neural network. Now let's see how many neurons are in real time and real life neural networks. Because this is very important, because the concept of deep learning and the neural network are the heart of AI engines. So in 2018, the company called OpenAI made GPT-1 with 117 million neurons. See how large is this number is? In our example, it was only 10 neurons. Here, in real life, we have 117 million neurons. By the way, GPT means generative pre-trained transformer. So generative because it gives us text, generate text. Pre-trained because of the machine learning. And transformer is a type of deep learning that provides comprehensive understanding of input context, enabling the AI to comprehend language in a way that mirrors the human thinking better. Okay, this is transformer. So GPT means generative pre-trained transformer. Then in 2018, they upgraded to GPT-1 with 1.5 billion neurons. And in 2020, GPT-3 came out with a huge 175 billion neurons. In 2022, we got GPT 3.5, maintaining the same neuron count, but introducing a model for code interpretation called Codex. And now in 2023, we have GPT-4 featuring a staggering 1.7 trillion neurons, along with the Codex and a new integrated model for multimedia interpretation called the CLIP. So you can see in just 5 years, we increased the number of neurons from 117 million to 1.7 trillion neurons. This is a very fast-paced development and progress. Now that we have covered the basics of AI architecture, let's explore one of its most widely used types, the LLMs, or we can say it large language models. What are large language models? Large language models refer to the type of AI that is trained on a vast amount of textual data to understand and generate human-like language. LLMs use deep learning to process and analyze large amount of text data and learning pattern, semantics, and contextual relationships within the language. Simply, it's designed to chat with you like a human person. Okay, this is the bottom line. There are many large language models. Okay, we have ChatGPT from OpenAI, we have Bard and Palm from Google, we have Llama from Meta, and we have Grok from the X Corporation. And for the sake of this presentation, we are going only to cover ChatGPT and Bard. So what is ChatGPT? Okay. Let's start up with discussion of ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is a large language model based on the AI engine called GPT 3.5, and it's developed by OpenAI. It has a remarkable natural language processing capabilities, allowing it to understand and generate human-like text in response to a user inputs. However, I have to tell you that ChatGPT isn't specifically designed for clinical or scientific research, but it comes in handy for outlining research ideas. It can serve as your personal teacher, and it can assist you in your scientific writing or even generate code for you. It can generate codes for use in statistical programs such as SPSS or Stata, or even the Windows CMD or even the Linux terminal. So without any further ado, let's see how ChatGPT works in action to understand what we can do with it. So I'm going to escape this presentation and open our browser. Here we go. Okay. This is ChatGPT 3.5. The free version offered by OpenAI. By the way, you can sign up for free to use this version, or if you want, you can upgrade your subscription for $20 per month to access ChatGPT 4 and other advanced AI models such as DALL-E. But for this presentation, we will stick with the free version. Okay, the free version is very powerful, and it will be sufficient for our research methodology and research purposes. Now let's explore what ChatGPT can do. We said that you can use it to outline a research idea or to generate articles. For example, let's ask ChatGPT to write an article about liver fibrosis. So I'm going to write an article about liver fibrosis. We will hit enter. Here we go. This is the response of ChatGPT. Okay. You will notice that this response is written in a very general tone. It's not written in the academic style that we want. So let's try refining our input by giving the AI some details. I'm going to write it that way. Write a 500 words article about the pharmacological treatment of liver fibrosis. I almost forget, I may add at the beginning, act as a clinical researcher. Okay. I'm going to hit enter and let's see the response of AI, of ChatGPT this time. Okay, here we go. We can see some mechanism of actions here. A very strong response indeed. Okay, a very strong response. We can see that it's now written in academic style. So the key is you have to be as clear and detailed as possible with ChatGPT to get valuable results. By the way, ChatGPT can also make lots of things, like it can summarize and it can paraphrase specific paragraphs. So I'm going to tell him to summarize the previous response in a 100-word article. And here we go. It will summarize it in a 100-word article. And you can tell the AI to paraphrase. So I'm going to paraphrase it in a very scientific tone. And I'm going to hit enter. Here we go. So you can talk with ChatGPT like if it's a real human, okay? This is the essence of large language models, to talk and behave like a human being. Additionally, ChatGPT can be used to generate code, and this is a very helpful and handy tool to use. For instance, you can ask ChatGPT, if you are using Stata, for example, what is the code used in Stata for excluding confounders, for example. So let's ask ChatGPT about this code and see what will be the response. I will tell him that I am using Stata and I want a code for excluding confounders. And I will hit enter. See, this time, this is the codex engine we talked about, okay? It generated the necessary codes, the codes that we asked the AI to generate. You simply can copy the code and paste it in Stata directly, okay? So ChatGPT is a very powerful AI to use. It's very simple, very easy, and it gives you some strong responses to use. So let's go back to our presentation to talk about some limitations of ChatGPT. Okay. The initial limitations you may have noticed when using ChatGPT is that the output, the responses of ChatGPT relies on your input. So if you input a not so great questions, you might end up with not a very helpful answer. So this, in the world of digital science, we call it garbage in, garbage out. It's all upon you. If you ask it a good questions, you will get a good answers, okay? Another drawback is that ChatGPT knowledge base is only current until January 2022. So any information beyond that date is unknown to ChatGPT. It's important also to know that the responses from ChatGPT aren't being reviewed and they lack references. Additionally, when faced with unclear questions, ChatGPT may generate unrealistic or illogical responses. This is called digital hallucinations. However, as machine learning advances, these occurrences are becoming less frequent, so don't worry. but you have to make sure that you revise the answers of ChatGPT. Don't take ChatGPT responses for granted. Always revise, okay? Lastly, how you use ChatGPT response matters. If you simply copy and paste the response of ChatGPT, this may lead to plagiarism, okay? Instead, considering always utilizing ChatGPT to enhance your writing style and to outline ideas and ensure a more constructive application of the ChatGPT tool, okay? So you have to use it wisely. The next large language model on our list is Google's answer to ChatGPT, which is Google Bard. It's quite similar to ChatGPT, but it comes with some interesting features, okay? The best part is it's free to use without any subscription. Take a look at our input here. I also asked Bard to define liver fibrosis, and it answered. Its response is written in text, and also it includes images. And this is a very advanced feature. And it can even read its response loud by clicking on this icon. Plus, you have the option to upload images and files to the AI as well, okay? So it's pretty advanced, and it's a very, you can compare Bard with ChatGPT 4 actually, okay? Not ChatGPT 3.5 we use, because Bard can utilize multimedia. However, when it comes to practical use, Bard fails a bit short compared to ChatGPT in terms of flexibility, accuracy, and providing human-like response. So my recommendation is to stick with ChatGPT, especially for enhancing your scientific writing and the other services we discussed later. Now, let's get to the interesting part of our talk. We are about to check out some cool AI tools designed specifically for clinical and academic research. So what are research AI tools or research artificial intelligence tools? They are your intelligent assistants in your manuscript writing. AI research tools can do lots of things. It can automate tasks, analyze data, generate insights, enabling researchers to make faster progress, breakthroughs, and improve their work quality. Today, we will be looking at a set of AI tools: Cite AI, SciSpace, Genius, PaperPal, and finally AS Review. And without any further ado, let's jump into live demonstration. We will start with Cite AI. Let me share my browser with you. Okay. Here we go. Are you seeing my browser, Dr. Asim?
Yes, Dr. Ashraf, it's clear.
Okay. Here we go. This is the first AI tools designed specifically for academic and clinical research. It is called Cite AI, and it serves as a ChatGPT, but it's tailored for researchers, offering way advantages compared to the regular ChatGPT. Okay, it is specialized in generating content for scientific writing rather than general information, and it provides references for its responses. Not like ChatGPT, its responses were not peer reviewed, and it didn't provide any references. Cite AI will provide reference. So let's test it. Here I am going to ask it to write the same question. Write a 500-word article about the pharmacological treatment, liver fibrosis, and I'm going to hit enter. It now will generate the search strategy and the references for you. Okay, here we go. It's started to generate the response. and in fact it's checking the answer. This is very good. Okay, I have to tell you something before I explain the response from Site AI. Site AI is not entirely free. Okay, it requires a monthly subscription fee of $4. It's a very economic price for what you get from this AI. I highly recommend this AI tool. You have to subscribe it if you want an academic and a professional assistance in your manuscripts. So the AI is now finished with its response. So now we can see a well-written response in academic style, and we can see here that it offers references. This is very impressive. Okay, it wrote the 500-word article, and it provided references with it. And the users have the convenience of downloading these references as a file compatible with their preferred referencing software. If you are using Mendeley or EndNote, you can download the references here in many formats, such as BibTeX or RIS, or you can just export it as Excel sheet or CSV file. So this particular AI tool is very beneficial, and it's very handy because it offers you scientific writing out of the box with references, and you can explore also the references here. In this right pane, you can explore the references, and you can open them to view the full text, and you can cite them. A very brilliant AI tool. So this is better than ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT can give you a general idea. Think of it, ChatGPT, like an advanced version of Wikipedia, for example. Okay, it's not peer reviewed, but it's very intelligent. So use it wisely. But if you want some a little bit trusted information, you can use Site AI. So let's move to the next AI tool, which is SciSpace. So SciSpace is another awesome generative AI. Much like Site AI, it gives you reference text. So let's try it. I'm going to tell him the pharmacological treatment of liver fibrosis. Okay, here we go. It now generates the response. It says that it generates the insight from 5 papers. Okay, I didn't write, I didn't specify myself. Unfortunately, I should have write that I wanted an article consist of 500 words, but I didn't. So okay, but it's all right. Okay, because our internet speed, this short answer will be sufficient for the illustrating purposes. Okay, here is the catch. It gives you reference text, but here is the cool part. It organizes the references in a table, and it adds insight for each one. The insight, you can think about it as the abstract for each paper, okay? You can even download these references, by the way, as a CSV, because that SciSpace is very good AI tool, because it has also another helpful stuff, like you can have some tools here. It can paraphrase, it can generate citations, it can be an AI detector, and more. It's like one-stop shop for all the things related to research. So this is very important because it helps you decide which reference to dive in for more knowledge. Okay, this is very it gives you very good insights about your research topic. Okay, next up, let's check another cool AI tool called Kineas. Here it has a different user interface. It says that we should choose a PDF to upload it. Okay, so I'm going to obey the website. Okay, here I'm going to choose this article about also liver fibrosis. Let's see what Kineas will offer us. Okay, the AI of Kineas will suggest references related to your topic, and it will post it here in the right pane. These references are related to our topic. It generated them so you can read them. You can click on each title here, and you will get to the full script of each article to read it. It's like a handy tool for brainstorming and learning more about your research. It might even give you new ideas to think about. So it's not just about finding references, it's also about expanding your knowledge and getting those light bulb moments about your research. It's a very handy tool. And now let's go for another tool. And by the way, Kineas is free for use. It doesn't require a subscription. Now let's go to PaperPal. PaperPal is a comprehensive tool crafted specifically to boost your academic writing skills. It is specialized in the revision and enhancing your writing skills. So it's not just a grammar checker. Let's check it. Okay. So I'm going to click on this button, which says new web document. Okay. I'm going to open this. I'm going to copy and paste a paragraph. Okay. So I'm going to open this. I'm going to open this. Okay, I'm going to get this one. I want to highlight this paragraph. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm going to copy this and we'll use it for PaperPal. Here we go, paste. Okay. PaperPal finds some sentences that you may modify. It says that punctuation here, you can click on this. It will accept, we accept the suggestion. It revises the writing style of your manuscript. Okay, so I'm going to say accept. Okay. It says that we have to register to use it. Okay, you have limited trials per day. I hope we didn't. I'm going to say accept all. Okay. So it recommends you some modifications to do on your manuscript to make it grammatically and vocabulary make sound and clear. We can also click on the Copilot to explore some other features of PaperPal. Okay. We can do the paraphraser. I'm going to highlight this part and I will click on the paraphraser. I will tell him to generate a paraphrased version of my manuscript. Here we go. It started the generation of a paraphrased text. I will tell him to replace it with the old version. Here we go. I also can choose another feature by PaperPal Copilot, which is make it academic. It will write the paragraph in a very academic way. Okay, I have to highlight it first. Sorry, I have to highlight it. Generate. It's now generating. I will click replace, and here we go. It's now written in a sound and clear academic writing style. I have to refer that these basic features are free with some usage limits per day. But if you want unlimited access, you can subscribe for $19 per month. Okay, and PaperPal have a very cool feature. It comes with an AI that reviews your manuscript for readiness for publication. Okay, so I'm going to try this with you. Okay, check submission readiness. Let's try this. I'm going to upload a manuscript and the AI will inspect it to say whether it can be rejected or accepted when submitted to journals. I will click on upload manuscript file. I will choose this one. It's now uploading. It takes some time, but here we go. It has 30 different criteria for acceptance in journals. It revises each criteria and give you a mark, go green, it's cool, good, yeah, this is accepted, or red, which means that this criteria is not fulfilled yet. So about the metadata, it says that missing authors' emails are not found, but the list of authors are found, which is good. Missing keywords, missing word count, missing author contribution statement, missing conflict of interest. It revises the manuscript and tell you whether it's ready to be accepted in journals or not. I want now, okay. Now the review is completed and it says that critical issue has been found. Your manuscript has a very high risk of being rejected due to language quality or technical issues. We strongly suggest that you address critical issues before submitting your paper. So it's like a helper that makes going through the manuscript writing very easier experience. Lastly, let's look at a very advanced AI tool, which is AS Review Lab. This tool is especially made for making systematic review much easier. It's designed to make systematic review much easier. It's called AS Review, and it's a Python-based software that uses AI and machine learning. When you are doing systematic reviews, you often have a lot of paper to look through, deciding which one are relevant to your research topic and which one are irrelevant. AS Review help you in this screening process by understanding your rules for accepting or rejecting papers based on their relevance. So let's try it. I'm going to click here, create. I'm going to name the project. Let's say fibrosis. I'm going to click next. It asks me to import a data set of selected built-in datasets. Okay, so it needs a dataset to explore and build its AI database. I have an Excel sheet that contains 1,000 articles to be screened. You know, systematic reviews are always utilizing a huge amount of data. So I'm going to add this file. Okay. From here, I'm going to select the file. Here it is. Now it added the file. And it says that it contains 1,002 records with approximate 2 duplicates. Okay, I'm going to click here to add prior knowledge. Now the AI asks you to label at least one relevant and one irrelevant record to warm up the AI. Let's do it. Random selection. Here we go. It picked some references from the datasets which I just uploaded. So I have to tell him this is relevant or irrelevant, okay, to warm up the AI engine. So about this one, it asks me, is this record is relevant? I will say yes. The next one, is this relevant or not? It's also relevant. This one is not relevant, and this one is not relevant, okay? So I gave the AI 2 relevant datasets and 2 irrelevant datasets. I will close this window, and I will click next. Now this is the model selection. It's better to leave it as default, as the TF-IDF model is very good. I'm going to click next. Now the AI is warming up. Okay. Here we go. It finished. Let's click Start Review. Here is the catch. AS Review helps by understanding your rules for accepting or rejecting papers based on their relevance. So as you go through the screening process, I will click this relevant. This one is irrelevant. This is also irrelevant. This also irrelevant. This one is relevant. As you go through the screening process, it organizes the papers based on what you might find relevant. So you see the ones that might accept first, okay? This speeds up the reviewing process And once you are done, you can save the results in Excel sheet. So it's like a helper that makes going through a bunch of papers a bit quicker and more organized. A very powerful AI tool. Now let's return to our presentation. You might be tempted to believe that these AI tools are so powerful that they can create a whole manuscript from scratch. However, I bet that idea came to your mind. However, this assumption is incorrect and would be considered unethical as it mounts for plagiarism. So it's crucial to emphasize that these tools are meant to assist you and enhance your work, not to replace your own input. So you have to check the policy and guidelines for each journal you are going to submit your manuscript to. Always check the AI guidelines provided by each journal. For example, in this Elsevier journal, their guidelines outline the following. Authors should only use this technology, referring to the AI, to improve readability and language. Okay, so you have to read the guidelines. I will tell you, you have to read the guidelines, or you are going to make a huge plagiarism, and you might cause your manuscript to be rejected. You may find a way to paraphrase and manipulate the AI-generated article, okay? But let me tell you that many journals use special software like GPT-0 to check the manuscript. Is it real or it's just made by an AI? It will check for the manuscript, genuine or fake. Here an example. In ChatGPT or GPT-0, they will upload your manuscript, or they will just copy some parts of it, and they will click check origin. Here are the results. It says that this text is likely to be a mix of human and AI text. There is a chance of 51% probability that this text was entirely written by AI. This percentage will definitely reject your manuscript. So you have to be very cautious about the guidelines of each journal. As we come to close, let me wrap up what we are discussed about research data tools. Okay, here is the wrapping up. We said that AI tools can do lots of stuff. It can automate tasks, analyze data, and provide insight, helping researchers for making faster progress and improve the quality of their work. And we talked about some valuable AI tools. So you can use ChatGPT for writing assistant, generative AI, education, and generating codes. You can use Cite AI to generate AI with references, AI text with references written in a scientific way. You can use SciSpace for literature review with tabulated summary for each reference. And you can use Kenius for content analysis with related research topic suggestions. You can also use PaperPal as your writing assistant and to check the submission readiness of your manuscript, and also for academic translation. And finally, you can use AS Review for systematic reviews or to screen large amount of data. Now, as we come to a close, let me ask you the same question I posted at the start of our talk. Do you think that AI will replace your job someday? I trust that now you see that AI won't replace you if you know how to make it work for you. And by utilizing the AI tools we just discussed, you can enhance your performance. So my take-home message for you is, it's all about you, not the AI. ChatGPT is not for everything. We have lots of scientific and dedicated AI tools for clinical research. You have to make your own AI or artificial intelligence tools list. You have to keep yourself updated because time changes. And you have to spread the word. AI is here, and you better be ready for it. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Please feel free to contact me anytime. This is my mobile and this is my email. Thank you very much, and thanks for the panel of the GRC for allowing me to present this presentation to you.
Thank you, Dr. Ashraf. We are really so grateful to have you in workshop with us.
Thanks, Dr. Asim.
So we will take like in 10 minutes if you don't have any question regarding
Yes.
today.
Yes, okay.
Okay,
I
just
apologize
raise
that
your hand. I will let you talk.
Okay.
Okay, dear Joseph.
Joseph, go ahead. Dr. Asim, I
We
can't
have
hear the
Dr.
question.
Yeah, I'm with you. We have Dr. May Hussein here. I would love to welcome her to the workshop. Hi, Dr. May, if you can hear us. Okay. Okay.
So can they just write?
Dear Nafisa. Yes.
Hi everyone,
You
do
can
you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Hi Asim, hi Ashraf, how are you? Hi everyone, hi doctors.
We are
I'm
doing great.
fine.
How are you?
Very, very interesting lecture. Thank you, Dr. Ashraf, for this informative lecture, and thank you, Dr. Asim, for organizing and spreading the knowledge around the countries. Thank you so much. I am really enjoyed listening to you and know different type of the AI application. I think it will be very, very helpful for any researcher. He struggle with someone thinking with him and try to help him in the scientific writing. AI will be the best friend for you to think with you and maybe to explain for you some information that will be difficult to like a teacher like teach you or some information that you are struggling to understand. And also for the people with not a native speaker for English, it will help you greatly in the scientific writing. So thank you, Dr. Ashraf, for giving us all this interesting information. And I'm really proud of you, and I have the honor to collaborate with you and work with you in different projects and to be with you today. And of course, thank you, Asim and Dr. Rami, for organizing this great club. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. May. The honor is mine. The honor is mine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. May. I would love to welcome Prof. Hanan Al-Imam and Dr. Fawzia from our scientific committee here in the workshop with us. Dr. Hanan. Yes, Dr. Hanan, if you hear us. Okay. So.
Hello.
Hello, Dr.
Yes,
Hanan.
Dr. Hanan.
Yes, hello. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Asim. Thank you, Dr. Ashraf, for this informative workshop. I really learned a lot from it. Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So I really liked it. I learned a lot from it. Before I wasn't going to use artificial intelligence application, but I think now since I heard about Kinas and the ChatGPT, I know it, and the paper. This one also is really good. Yeah, PaperPal is really helpful. I would love to upload my my paper after writing it to check if it's appropriate for publication. It's like editorial revision before sending it to the
Exactly.
journal. Yeah,
It's a very handy tool. Yes.
exactly. But my question to you is it option? Is there any option to choose the journals that I would like to submit it to?
No, this is not available in SciSpace. It only offers a general revision for acceptance. The 30 criteria they are examining your manuscript according to them will give a general view of the situation of your manuscript, whether it can be accepted or rejected. But it's not
I see.
specific for each journal.
I
But
see.
this is
Maybe
very
in
helpful.
the
It
in the
gives you the
future.
basics. Yes, yes. It gives you. Maybe they will add some features in the subscription. I didn't
Yeah.
subscribe frankly. I didn't subscribe for SciSpace.
I see.
I just use the free version of tools.
Yeah, I
But
see. It's
for
obvious.
this
Yeah,
tool, yes, for this tool, it gives you a general view, not specific
okay.
for each journal.
I see. I see. Thank you so much for this excellent and simple presentation, as you mentioned.
You are welcome.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hanan.
Thank you, Dr. Asim.
Okay, Dr. Nafisa, you can unmute yourself.
Including paper file and this, and ASR is the new one that I didn't use. So I have a question. Can I specify exactly the inclusion and exclusion criteria from the beginning? If not, because the same way you use now, it's like a manual every time you do it. And I think it's also in other screening softwares like Ryan or Codidance and others.
Yes. If you are talking about PaperPal, no, you can't specify the criteria. But it's.
I think it's not in PaperPal. It's in AS.
In
I think
SciSpace.
AS review for systematic review.
You mean AS Review, the last AI tool we talked about?
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay. No, you can't specify the criteria, but AS Review has an advantages over Ryan, okay? Because it organizes on the go, as you go through the screening process, it organizes the paper based on what you might find relevant. So you will see the ones that you might accept first, then the ones you might reject at last. So it's speed up the reviewing process. This feature is not available at Ryan.
I'm not sure about Codidance, if you used it before.
No, I didn't use it.
Because Codidance also have features like this.
I have this feature, right?
But it's new for me. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. AS Review, by the way, AS Review is totally free, and its source code is available to download and modify at GitHub. So it's a very promising project.
No, that's great. Can it be added to the protocol like in Prisma?
Yes, it
Can it
could
be
be.
added? Oh, okay.
Yes, it could
Thank
be.
you very much.
By the way, it has lots of AI engines and models. But we, for the sake of this presentation, we only used the default one. But you have numerous AI engines. You may want to explore them.
All right. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nafisa. Okay, dear Prof. Ani, if you can open your mic.
You can unmute yourself.
Good evening, Dr. Ashraf. Thank you very much for the nice presentation. I really, really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
So I want to know, so if 10 people ask the AI the same question, are they going to get the same answer?
No, because it depends on how they write it. A word or a letter will make a difference. So ChatGPT is very advanced that it's not going to give you the same exact answer, because if you ask it the same question now and you ask it tomorrow, ChatGPT or any AI tool in this day will have a very intense machine learning, so it will give you another answer tomorrow. Okay, so for the same question it gives different answers, but all derived from machine learning patterns and the users who feed and educate the machine.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank
done.
you.
Okay, dear Ruben, if you can mute yourself.
Good evening. Thank you so much for the presentation. I really enjoyed it. My question regards with the use of artificial intelligence. How is it regarding to ethics? Do you, when you use, for example, assistance with AI, do you find ways of citing it, or you can just have an oversight to say, just help you with the work? So it shouldn't be part of anything that needs acknowledgement. That's the same way when you use an article from elsewhere, you need to cite the work. So in terms of ethical backup, how is artificial intelligence incorporated in that?
The voice is a little unclear, but I think you are talking about whether we should cite the paragraphs we generated by AI tools in the manuscript. Am I hearing you right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It depends on the guidelines offered by each journal. But for example, for Elsevier, they don't want that. They only want you to use the AI tools for enhancing the readability of your writing, not to mention it as an author or cite it to be referred as generated by AI tool. They want you to use the AI tool just for boosting and enhancing your writing skills. So it depends on the guidelines which is published on the website of each journal. You might have to check the guidelines before you submit your paper and check for the AI policy, because most of journals don't want you to cite AI works.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Ashraf. I would like to thank again Dr. Fazia, Assistant Lecturer of Epidemiology at High Institute of Public Health, and our member in the Scientific Committee in the Global Researcher Club. Please, Dr. Fazia. Yes, if you can unmute.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you,
Can
Dr.
hear
Fazia. I believe we met before in the anniversary.
I already, during the causal inference, and we also talked a little bit about the machine learning and modeling and the difference between them. So it's really nice to see you again virtually, and I hope that we can meet in person soon. I would like first to thank you so much for this interesting session, and thank this GRC club that I am honored to belong in, and thank Asim as well. He's really dedicated, and he's the hero behind all this. So
Thank you.
let me. You're welcome. I have posted a question and I really want to raise that. What do you think regarding the paradox of using this AI, specifically how to introduce this to academia? Because since this AI, how can I say, revolution, I have been super sensitive about introduction to academia. I think that it influenced the studentship. It influenced how the students should critically think and how they should search for the stuff. This is my first part.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
think I'm going to take with you to talk with you a little bit on that. You think that if a student used an AI tool, this will make his perception of critical thinking less effective?
Yes.
You think that he will
Yes.
be dependent
Yes.
on AI tools?
The problem is that what AI currently is doing, that it's already into the people who know research, like you, like me, like most of the attendants, for example. But what about the very naive, newly students, for example? How can we say this? Because there is a very big dilemma, even in the Western countries and in higher research institutes, highly ranked research institutes, using this. And what I'm afraid of, that people now are, how can I say, they don't value even the deep understanding that has been introduced during the lectures, the normal lectures without AI. And I'm afraid that this later on can affect the relationship and of the professorship and the studentship at the same level.
Yes,
So
you are right. You are right.
yeah, this is.
I will tell you something.
I wanted to. Okay. Yeah.
I will tell you something about this particular point. Each new technology has its own side effects. Okay, AI technology is a very promising, but it can be used in unethically. It can be used unethically. So, as teachers and professors in the academia, you have to guide the student how to use it. Okay, so you have to make the students think about AI tools as their own assistant, not the ones they will cheat from it and they will ask it any question without searching for them by themselves. So you have to teach them how to use it, and for their answers and their assignments, you can also revise it to know whether it's written entirely by AI or not, by utilizing some detection models such as GPT-0. It will tell you whether this assignment or article written by a human or by an AI engine. Okay, but the point is you have to educate your students about AI.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, but is the GPT-0 is open for everyone or it's paid or what?
It's not open for everyone, but on SciSpace. On SciSpace, you have an option called AI Detector. It's free for use.
Yeah.
You can use it.
Yeah. Okay.
It will do the job. It will do the job for you.
Yeah, but so from what you have learned about AI before this session to give us, how did you find it? How did you find it? Was it easy for the introduction to the academic professors? Yeah, we have to cope with the change. We have to.
You have to cope
How did
with
you find this
experience.
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, like, of course, you have searched a lot. How did you find the experience, specifically in the Western countries, from your search? Because now, for example, in the UN, we have a big PDF sheet regarding using the AI in our reports, using AI in the educational process, in the capacity building, and there is a guideline for this. But so far, what I can say that I'm 99% sure of that I cannot find a guideline of how to introduce this AI. Example, in the Egyptian ethical committees, different committees, in the Egyptian research institutes, and in other also, it's not us, in other Middle Eastern countries. and also in other places, even Germany. I'm a little bit acquainted with Germany, what's going on there in the universities. So how can we do this? Did you find a very successful example that you can share with us, a successful story in a certain university, in a certain research institute, that they have encountered very good model of AI, something like this?
The one example that you might search for is Leeds University in the UK.
Okay.
Okay. They are pioneering in teaching AI tools for students, and they have their own guidelines. You may check for this. It's called Leeds University.
I know Leeds. Nice.
Yes, it has a very good guidelines.
Okay, and for
the
professors
preparation,
as well.
yes, and for the preparation of this specific course, I didn't find a valid source. So so I surfed the internet looking here and there to learn about this stuff, and I found it that it's very complicated if you take it as it is, because it's a science. It's an entire different science than medicine or pharmacy. Okay, it's another discipline as digital engineering, and it's a very complicated sciences. So I have to understand it, and I studied it for a while, and I took my time simplifying everything. So if you search it for
it was really simplified. Really.
If you search it for the neural network, it will find it very, very complicated to understand. I hope what we did in this presentation make the idea is a little simpler.
It was really nice, this simplification regarding the lion and the cat. Even for myself, I have known some information about the neural network, so it was really nice. It was very comprehensive. Thank you for this. And can I ask you here something that jumped in my head? Did you use AI tools while searching about AI? Yes and no?
Yes, for sure.
Oh,
I used
nice.
Yes. I am proud to say that, because if I'm going to teach people how to use AI tools, I should have used it myself. Yes, I used it. Especially ChatGPT is a very powerful tool, providing you know how to use it. Okay, so you may take your time experimenting the website and training on how you should use it to get valuable responses from it.
And you were satisfied with the results, or you needed to research again the usual, we can say,
you have to research again and again to get what you want.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, that we have to put the spirit first into the students, that you have to have, till now at least, because even the models, I'm super happy that you have talked about the development of the models itself, because the models now cannot just overcome you or cannot just replace you. They are not super well developed. You need to have the asset inside yourself.
But they are developing very fast. They are riding a fast train, a very fast development. This year, the company called OpenAI provided the source code of ChatGPT available for everyone, and developers around the globe are developing some AI tools based on ChatGPT. So you will find numerous tools. People have to cope with this. We have to upgrade our knowledge.
Yeah. But there is another paradox here, that because the AI itself, it gets from what's already published in the literature, right? And what's published in the literature is normal way, peer reviewed, very manual, scientist by scientist. So the paradox in the future is going to be what's going to happen later on when AI have an algorithm that has to encounter also another AI.
Yes,
and what's the
this is right.
Of this?
This is right, but it retrieves its data from the database we are feeding it. Okay, but if you are seeing my screen right now, I'm going to tell you something. See this last response by ChatGPT. Here you can find these icons. Okay, these icons that means that you can copy the response, you can like the response, you can dislike the response. So like and dislike, this is machine learning by reinforcement. So when you see a response, I might dislike it, okay? So the ChatGPT asking me to provide additional feedback. Why you dislike this response? How could it be improved? So I'm going to write it a feedback and feed it back to ChatGPT, and it will improve its response next time. So it's not about really the database, but the AI engine and the machine learning. Here is the catch. Okay, so they are on a driving on a trend that they will be very smart soon, very smart soon. And if and I have to tell you something, that ChatGPT it doesn't have a real access to the website, to the net. It has a barrier in knowledge. Its knowledge is only valid to January 2022. Okay, in the near future, it will have an access, a real-time access to the web, and you imagine how magnificent it will be.
Yeah, that's interesting to see. And
Yeah.
regarding the systematic review, someone asked about that we can encounter this as we do with Prisma and stuff. So have you used it? Have you generated any systematic review paper with this HR review?
Right now, I am reviewing a systematic review by this tool, but I didn't finish.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I will
I
let you
truly
know when I
okay.
finish.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
Yeah,
it would be great. So
this example, the file I uploaded to AS Review as a demonstration, it's a real one.
okay.
Okay, we are working on it. So,
Okay.
but we didn't finish.
So
it.
yeah, I hope you finish. I hope you finish. And my suggestion here, and even you can publish this as a letter to the editor or a small article or something like this, that you will do this as a first trial, okay? And it would be great if you have some time that you do the systematic review the normal way that I love the prismatic checklist, and the normal way that we do the searching. We use sometimes merge terms. We go over the all of the web-based databases and stuff, okay? And you compare them. I think this comparison, not just for the validity of your paper, this comparison also should be published as a separate article, okay? It's a project, another project rather than your paper.
That's an excellent idea. That's a
I hope you
idea.
do it. I hope really you do it, because you're gonna do it. I think you should be doing it because again, I'm doubtful of the accuracy of the ASR review. I'm really doubtful of it. I don't know why, but I'm doubtful.
Yeah, that's a very good idea, and we will take note of it. And I will let you know when I finish the systematic review with the AS review.
Okay, and we stay in contact, and I really applaud what you're doing here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dr. Asim?
Hey, Asim, jump in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mic was off. I was talking. Thank you, Dr. Fawzia, for your participation. Thank you.
We had a beautiful discussion with Dr. Fawzia right now.
Yeah, it was really insightful.
Yeah.
So everyone will make a form for collecting feedbacks, and if you have any other questions, if you have if you wanna ask about anything, and we will provide you with like open discussion 2 weeks later or something.
Yeah.
We will make a form and we will send it to your emails. Global Research Club members will receive a certificate of attendance very soon. If you're not a member and you attend the workshop, you still can apply for membership. And once you finish your membership, you can still get your certificate. Also, the recorded workshop will be available in a few days on our platform for members. I really thank Dr. Ashraf for his attendance today and for his lecture. It was really fruitful and we all enjoyed it. It was amazing workshop for real. And we thank you all for your attendance today and for your time, and hope we see you again soon with more workshop and more training with the Global Research Club. I leave the last word.
Be my pleasure.
Yes, I leave the last word from Dr. Ashraf.
I hope you all enjoyed this presentation, and I would like you all to try out the tools we discussed today, because it's very handy and very beneficial to you. So train and explore and keep updating yourself. And see you in the next presentation if we ever make one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ashraf. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor.
Bye.